Hello, welcome to Mel's Diner. Come on in. So glad you're here. If you are new to Mel's Diner, my name is Matthew Merson. I'm so glad that you found us. Mel's Diner is a place that has this jukebox that has all the music in the world on it. And Mel's Diner Jukebox has this curated weekly playlist of 10 songs that I've been able to share over the past couple weeks. Just 10 great songs that I think are cool and willing to share with you. Today is no different. We have 10 songs, a playlist of 10 songs for you that are awesome. This is volume 36. So this is the 36th week of some of these playlists. Now, if you've been a listener to Mel's Diner Jukebox for some time now, maybe the last couple of weeks or even from the beginning, you know kind of the style and the format, and you probably also know where we're going. But if you're just joining us, Mel's Diner was kind of set up to where I curate these playlists of just great songs that I've found or think people should hear, and just send them out. It's been really fun, kind of like a radio show. It's kind of my motivation or my desire, my idea of what this was to be like. But we are transitioning from just 10 songs that I think are cool to some songs that you think are cool. And that's what I think is more important. So there have been a few episodes like, these past couple that of me trying to explain this. So you can go check those out. But real briefly, what Mel's Diner Jukebox is about to transition into is going from a curated playlist of just music that I pick to an actual podcast interview style while I talk to you. And I want to talk to you. I want to hear what songs are very important to you. I want to hear from you. I want to hear from your friends. I want to hear from your family. I want to hear from anybody who's willing to share. Come into Mel's Diner, sit down, go to the jukebox, pick 5 up to 10 songs that are super important to you. Not 10 songs that are the best, not 10 great, piano solos, not 10 your top 10 Bob Dylan tracks or whatever, but just 10 really sentimental, valuable, important songs that you hold dear to your heart. And I want you to, if you're willing, to share me the story, share me the song, tell me what song it is, tell us what song it is, and then tell us the story. And I want to hear the story. I think a lot of people want to hear that story. I think a lot of people who love music, and if you're here at Mel's Diner, you probably love music to some extent. Not very many people that I know hate music. We all have some connection with music. And that's where I want to go. That's what I think Mel's Diner should be, is a place where we can explain the importance of certain songs or certain music in our lives. And when you share those stories with us, I feel like other people are going to relate or feel a connection in their own soul or heart. I think it's going to be a beautiful thing. So, Mel's Diner Jukebox is now a podcast. I don't know where you're listening to this. This I am recording and sending everything through Substack. Substack, I've been using it as a newsletter source just to get these playlists out. But as of this week, Mel's Diner Jukebox is also found on the Spotify podcast and then as an Apple podcast, and I think Amazon and other podcast platforms. You may be able to find this or share this a little bit easier than subscribing to this Substack. But anyway, wherever you're listening to this, you will get this podcast at the same exact place, wherever you're listening to it, just as long as you subscribe and whatever podcast platform you're listening to. That way you don't miss anything. But today is volume 36, the 36th week of this. And this is actually going to be the last one for a while of this format. So I love this format, 10 songs that I think are cool or important and I think you should listen to. I'll probably be doing this again sometime in the near future, but I'd like to make a transition. I'd like to have this where I talk to you about your important songs. You tell those stories, and then we we listen. I make a playlist based off of what your important songs are. Then we go and listen to them with your stories, and I think it's gonna be a beautiful thing. So, starting tomorrow, I guess, or starting the next podcast episode for Mel'S Diner Jukebox will be an interview with somebody, and then from there on out, it'll be interviews with different people sharing their important songs, or songs that are important to them, and we can build this community, build these connections through song. So, Mel'S Diner Jukebox. Here's the kind of motto. This is what's on the front of the menu, I guess, here at Mel'S Diner. Mel'S Diner Jukebox is a place where stories and songs build community and connections. So we all love music, but it's the community and music is important, but community and connections with other human beings is probably more important, I guess. Anyway, but we can use music to build that community and build those connections. So, music, songs, community, all important. But if we can use the beauty of music and that art form to build connections with each other, doesn't the world need that right now? Don't we need to feel a little more connected to each other? And what better way from just being vulnerable and sharing about beautiful songs? So stay tuned. That's coming. I'm going to say this now. It's going to be every other week. Mel'S Diner Jukebox has been every week. It's just been a little easier for me to make these playlists throughout the week and then post them. Getting interviews and recording and talking to people and editing audio, that take a little bit more time. So I'm gonna scale back about 50%. So this is gonna start to be a every other week podcast, and then that'll give me some time in those off weeks to maybe do some other things like this. We'll see what happens. But just know that there are some changes coming, and all for the good, all for the better, I think. So, but you are here for some music, and we have a great playlist for you. And this one, this playlist, I think, is incredibly fitting because these 10 songs were chosen by my dear friend, Chad, who goes by the DJ name Bonasong. So this is Mel'S Diner Jukebox Bonasong edition. All 10 songs were chosen and selected by Bonasong. These are super great. I've had the pleasure of listening to these tracks several times in this order, and I think it's really, really cool. So thank you so much, Bonasong, for picking these songs. And you were going to end us on this chapter or this menu item or whatever, here at Mel'S Diner. You're going to end this temporarily for us. And then starting in 2 weeks, hopefully you'll get to meet some people. We'll have some interviews, and some other playlists and some stories. So stay tuned for that. Make sure you subscribe wherever you're listening to. That way you can never miss an episode. But here are the 10 songs that my buddy Bonasong chose for us. So track number 1, just amazing. This is a Fania all-stars kind of collaboration or musician. Mongo, Santamaria. This is Coyulde, live at Yankee Stadium. Super cool, great track to open us out with. Bonasong, love it. Track number 2, See You're Out, That's Just Life by Francis and the Lights. Really cool, like just grabs you from the first note, kind of more of electronic sound, but really, really cool, really, really interesting lyrics, which leads us into Morning by Noble Oak, which kind of down tempos a little bit, stays in the kind of synth pop kind of genre. Really, really great song, really beautiful. I think you'll dig that one. Track number 4 is The Dawn by Osibisa. I'm not really sure how to say the artist's name, Osibisa. This is probably my favorite track on this playlist. It's long, it's 7 minutes, but it's beautiful. And I think there's I'm not too familiar with my brass instruments, but it sounds like there's like a baritone saxophone or maybe trombones and stuff in there. It's a really, really cool track. I really, really dig this tune. Instrumental, it's so cool. Track number 5 is from The Killers, a song called Pressure Machine, which this this song was new to me. Really heavy lyrics, but a lot of truth in there. I didn't know the Killers wrote songs like this. I think I should go back and give them a listen to some more of the Killers. But really great track, Pressure Machine. Track number 6 is, well, man, this is an amazing song by two artists, Daddy Lumba and Pat Thomas, both from Ghana. So some Ghana music. I don't really know how to pronounce the track title. You can see it in there. Track number 6, really beautiful, kind of upbeat, happier sounding song. I really dig it. And then my buddy Bonasong just like pulling tracks off the top shelf here. I mean, we got some of the best bands, contemporary bands, currently playing. So we end on this 4-song suite of just knocking them out of the park. So first one, track number 7 from their Moon Music, kind of their newer album. This is the Full Moon edition from Coldplay. The song is, it's the rainbow emoji, beautiful track. Actually, Bonasong is the only person I know that I'm aware of that's seen Coldplay live. So super cool. He's going to be on the show. He's going to be interviewed for sure. Maybe he'll tell us that story about seeing Coldplay live. Track number 8 is Arcade Fire, which is a band that, they're just some of the best. But Age of Anxiety 1 from their We album is so great. Track number 9, Radiohead, Glass Eyes from a Moon-Shaped Pool. Just beautiful, just Tom York, Radiohead just doing, what they do best. And then we're going to close out track number 10 with Wait by M83, which, man, is like such a ballad, this building song that just builds and builds and builds and just crescendos into this just amazing feeling vibe. It's just a beautiful song. Those 4 songs all in a row, they're just, you can see why some of these bands are just the best out there. Anyway, thank you, Bonasong. This is an amazing track list, jukebox playlist. I hope you enjoy it as well. So remember, in the meantime, stay tuned, subscribe to or subscribe, sign up, whatever you want to do. That way you can start to get these interviews as they start rolling out, hopefully in 2 weeks. I guess, what is that, the end of April, beginning of May, something like that. And if you have time, 2 weeks is a long time. Here on the Substack, you can go listen to the remaining 35 other playlists that are on there. If you are listening to this on the Spotify or the Apple podcast, when I transitioned everything, I think just the last 10 episodes kind of transitioned. So you can go and check out kind of these back playlists. But the next time Mel's Diner is new, there'll be somebody else on here, a guest. And from there on out, hopefully we'll have more guests. So with that, if you are a dear friend of the show, and I know you personally, be on the lookout for maybe an invitation to get this started. And I hope to get many of you on this show recorded. We'll work out the details as we go. And then as an audience of this podcast builds, and we've never met personally, or you don't know me, I would love to reach out to you and interview you too. If you want to do that now, you can email me at melsdinerjukebox@gmail.com. I'll be happy to reach out. I'll be happy to talk to you and set up a time where we can talk about 5 to 10 very important songs to you and share those stories. But I can't wait, guys. I think this is going to be just a beautiful thing. And I kind of feel selfish that I get to talk to all of you and hear all of these stories. And I'm like really excited to share and hear these stories of your top 5 to 10 most important songs. So, okay, with that, enjoy the music this week. We'll be back in 2 weeks, hopefully, with Mel's Diner Jukebox, the podcast, which is, really exciting, really fun. So, all right, guys, be good. Enjoy the music. See you later, and peace.